Alright folks, the Type 68 Tier 9 normal Japanese heavy tank with the new gun cooling mechanics that gives you better accuracy if you wait longer than the actual reload, and the hydropneumatic suspension found on the medium tanks. But this vehicle kinda looks like a cross between a enlarged STA and a STB, and a 113 hull front, but not as thick. It is only 80mm baseline for the upper plate, and that is good for a tier 7, tier 8 medium tank. So always go hull down with this vehicle. Utilize the turret front and the small commander cupola to hide the garbage hull front. So plays like a 𝗧𝘆𝗽 except single shot. The cupola is small, the mantlet kinda looks like a M103 or E5 for that matter, so square and bulky, but hull front is garbage, so ick. There's a driver hatch square weak spot, but if you're getting shot into your driver hatch, then you're probably getting shot into your upper plate, and that is not good. So plays more like a support heavy tank. It is categorized as versatile, but this is second line heavy, like a 𝗧𝘆𝗽, like a Projecto 66, instead of a M103 or Conqueror or AE Phase 1 of a versatile heavy tank at tier 9. So play it behind a Conqueror and utilize their hit points and their armor to your advantage, so you don't take all the hits. But does the gun compete with the sniper guns of the Conqueror or the DPM gun of the M103? Both are 120, both have about the same alpha and penetration, but different toss-ups. So it's also surprising how the cupola is smaller than the Type 71 coming after this vehicle at tier 10. But hey, that's still fine, I guess. It is not that bad looking of a vehicle. I've been playing the M6 and that vehicle is god awful. The tumors on top just kills me all the time, and the 120 is slower than the 105 to reload. So, well, obviously lower DPM, but the 120 is so garbage on the M6 it's not even funny. Alright, let's take a look at the main stats. So 120mm, 250mm of pen for AP round, which is not bad. 400 alpha is the standard. It has APCR for gold shell, then actual AP or high explosive anti-tank for gold, so better against space armor. And high explosive is high explosive. Shell velocity is alright, not half bad. Reload time is 10 seconds without the cooling, so DPM is 2400 without the cooling, which is pretty decent, but if it cools, it drops down to like 1700, 1800 DPM, which is ick, but you have better accuracy. Aim time is quick. Now, accuracy with the cooling is 0.28, but without the cooling, it should be about 0.4. So a little bit worse than the M103, but it doesn't have the DPM as well without the cooling. Oh well. 8 degrees of gun depression, 20 elevation. Not bad. That is without the hydropneumatic suspension, going down to 12 degrees of gun depression. Maybe 14. I think it's 12, but 50 rounds. And there's a typo for the crew layout. There's no loader. It's a radio operator. The commander is also the loader, so you're missing safe stowage or intuition for these vehicles. The same thing applies to the Type 71, so cannot train your loader in safe stowage or intuition now. That sucks. But should be weighing about 50-ish tons. Horsepower per ton ratio is 17, so pretty good. Hull traverse 35, turret traverse 30. Fat medium tank or medium heavy tanks. Top speed is only 35, reverse of 14, so not the fastest. Plays like a 𝗧𝘆𝗽 for that reason. 1950 health. It's good, it's chunky. Usually it's about 1800 with breakthroughs, or 1900, but a little bit above average. 80 at the hull front, 70 at the hull sides. It is crap. It is 300 at the turret front, so 𝗧𝘆𝗽 practically, but always point towards the front with your turret. and go hull down, but view range alright, 390, and radio is standard. In middle 2 with a single shot, that is the stock turret. So stock gun, stock 105, found on the Type 62 or STA version, whatever the hell, for tier 8. It's a big STA with a pike hull. We'll see it later, but cupola is smaller, or it doesn't have the lip. It is smaller than the Type 71, I think, but yeah, still a big target. So yeah, it's okay. It has a weird shroud over the gun, which is interesting, but that is the 105. So these are the stock stats, but like I said, no loader. It's just a radio operator, so no safe stowage or intuition. Those 2 perks are kind of important. I mean, mostly safe stowage. Intuition, yeah, you could play around it, but yeah, safe stowage is kind of key, especially with ammo racks of leopard 1s right there. That's an ammo rack. That's an ammo rack. Shoot into the side armor, shoot into the front, through the sides, and you hit the ammo rack. Not good. Not good. 50 rounds of the 105. So shell velocity is slower slightly, but it's 220 millimeters of pin and 320 alpha. It's okay of a stock gun. It is the tier 8's gun, but like compare this to the Chinese BZ vehicles. They don't have that downside with the 130. They have the top gun unlock on the stock vehicle. They don't have any guns to research. So that's so good about them. You don't have to worry about the guns or the firepower. But 105 for the stock gun. DPM is about 2,200. Okay. Upgrade it to 120 with less DPM but better penetration, especially for the gold shell. This gold shell does not cut it. Yeah, it doesn't really cut it. It's kind of crap. It is APCR, but it doesn't cut it. And final gun has the best penetration as well as DPM, so 2,400. Has the gun cooling mechanics, so special gun with a little cooling icon, so special feature, but hydropneumatic suspension. And the research is different. It's split. You don't have to unlock the second or stock 120mm. You can just go straight to the upgraded 120, but that will take some time because you have to unlock the turret. Also unlocking the tracks to support the turret. So usually that's the case, but it reminds me of the M103, but with the M103, you don't have to unlock the top gun. The stock 120 is workable. It is definitely workable compared to this gun on the Type 68, but yeah, the penetration is workable on this gun. I mean, DPM is not as good. You also have garbage accuracy and aim time, but if you research the E5 from the M103, the E5's top gun or E5's gun is the top gun on the M103. It automatically unlocks this gun if you research the E5 first. So you don't have to unlock the gun first in order to unlock the tank, but they don't show you where the Type 71 comes in. So I am presuming that you have to unlock this gun in order to get to the Type 71. So you might as well unlock the stock 120, or at least grinding the tracks, grinding the turret, grinding the gun. You're wasting XP on a gun that you don't use. That's a downside. You're wasting all the XP on this gun to have a better grind for the vehicle. But then again, you could grind with all the gold shell for the 105 and try to unlock the Type 71, or unlock this gun at least. So this gun is kind of a debacle. Kind of. Unlock it or not, right? Waste the XP without having a worse grind, right? Okay. So stock 105, upgraded 120, and top 120. But DPM wise, yeah, the best DPM is the top gun. It is 0.34 accuracy, not 0.4. What the hell? Oh, okay, that's pretty good. But Yeah, 0.4 accuracy for non-cooling 120. Ick. I mean, like I said in the Type 71 video, why is the freaking premium tank with the base accuracy better than the standard tanks for the Type 63? It has better base accuracy, so you don't have to worry about the downside of shooting the gun often, but okay. This vehicle has better base accuracy at 0.36 than 0.4 without cooling the gun. So it doesn't get the drawbacks, right? That's a big drawback for the accuracy baseline. Ick. I mean, okay, you get 12 degrees gun depression, 24 for elevation, pretty hefty. Traverse, not bad, like a medium, fat medium. Ick. Weighs about 60-ish tons with the top turret and the top gun. So about 17 horsepower per ton ratio. Hull armor is still crap. Turret armor is 280, then 300, but it's still pretty thick. Traverse, fat medium tank. Camo is still ick. I mean average for versatile, but and 390 meters of view range. Ooh. It has decent DPM, but 2400 is okay compared to stuff like M103. M103 has a lot of DPM. With the rammer, this thing has 2800. So yeah, it's a little bit less than the stock or the non-rammered M103, but the M103 doesn't have to wait for the accuracy. It already has a good accuracy and aim time as well, and 8 degrees gun depression, like without the hydropneumatic suspension too. So ick. Ooh, you would definitely want a rammer on this thing. Let's go to the vehicle. Yeah, you would definitely want a rammer. So I presume the same loadout as a rammer, as a vertical stabilizer, and probably vents for this vehicle. You could choose something like turbocharger to make yourself a little bit faster, since you don't have hull armor to work with, but you don't really need the improved aiming, so you can wait for the gun cooling to come in. Don't really need the enhanced gun lane drive for that matter. You could use the improved hardening for more health. How much health does the M103 have? It's about the same. I have the 60 from the configurations of the field mods, so I would still say rammer, vertical stabilizer, and vents for this vehicle. But yeah, it's more about sniping with the gun. You want the DPM out of this machine. If you can fit a rammer, you fit a rammer. But field mods wise, it's a versatile, so same with the M103s. Better track health or better terrain resistance. I gone with terrain resistance. So it makes yourself a little bit more nimble, a little bit faster. It's about the same speed as the M103, but not as good hull armor as the M103, even though it's okay for the American heavy tank. Accuracy or aim time? Accuracy. 0.4 accuracy is garbage, so I would say better accuracy. Aim time is already good enough, but yeah, aim time is 2.1. That's already good enough. It will go up to like 2.3 or 2.4, but that's already fine for this gun, so I would say better accuracy. And view range or stun duration. View range. Sometimes you didn't face off against artillery. Sometimes you're behind rocks or building. You don't need stun duration. This is I always go with better view range. And finally, reverse speed or traverse speed. I would say reverse. Hull down as well as moving about. Better reverse for poking out of a hill and taking advantage of sniping like a mole rat or whack-a-mole or groundhog. Yeah, I would say better reverse speed. It's only 14, so it goes up to like 16. Is it 16? It's still 14. What the hell? Is it 12 on the M103? That sucks. So, versatile heavy tank. Let me take a look. Since when is the E75 versatile? Jesus, this is a breakthrough or assault. It's like the SDI. How is this thing versatile? That doesn't make sense. So it should be like a Conqueror or something like that. It should be more like a Conqueror. So yeah, about the same mobility. but it has better horsepower per ton ratio than the Conqueror, than the M103. How about the AE Phase 1? It's close to the AE Phase 1 in terms of horsepower per ton ratio. Oh god. No, thank you. This thing should have about the same mobility as this, but a lot better turret front. Mine's stock. Mine doesn't have the top engine yet. Yeah, it should have about the same engine power or horsepower per ton ratio as the M60, but a hell of a lot better turret front. So how the hell would I rate this thing? As a tech tree vehicle, the main problem you face at tier 9 is the stock grind. So I presume this turret is unlocked, it's locked, it's not unlocked. So this is locked. Engine is probably locked as well as the tracks, so only the radio is likely shared, but the stock radio is good enough, should be. So you have to unlock a gun that you don't want to use to unlock the top gun, but that's wasted XP. So which vehicles are like that? I'm trying to remember. That you have to unlock a garbage gun in order to use for the top gun. I mean, M103's gun is like that, but you could not unlock it. You could just go to the E5. Hull armor sucks. Mobility is okay. Plays like a freaking 𝗧𝘆𝗽. Let's see. Support heavy tank. About the same as a 𝗧𝘍𝗽. Projectile? Projectile's even slower to rev. It's better top speed, but slower to rev. This is not a heavy tank. This is a medium tank. Slow down, medium tank. About the same horsepower per ton ratio as this thing. Interesting, but a lot better turret front. So yeah, it feels like playing a support heavy tank, but you're sniping some of the times. So you need to run towards hull down positions and utilize the hull down. Otherwise, you're getting shot into your hull armor. So it's okay. It's not bad. DPM will work, but you have to trifle with the 0.4 accuracy without the DPM. So, like I mentioned on the Type 71 video, why is the premium tank having better base accuracy than the actual tech tree tanks, right? Freaking premium tank bias, but they need to buff it. They need to buff it to 0.35 or 36. I mean, it's not even worthwhile to play with 0.4 accuracy. I mean, unless you nerf the Type 63 into 0.4 baseline accuracy. But I would say 6, maybe 5.5 out of 10. It's not bad. So hull down wise, it's a good vehicle. But if the hull armor is only 80 at the hull front, you're getting shot by artillery. And that sucks. Side armor is also not that good. Same goes with the rear. So if you're getting shot with such a big target from artillery into a low armored vehicle hull, then that doesn't feel fun. But the gun's okay, the gun's workable. The stock grind might be a problem, but from a fully grinded perspective, it's like a 6 out of 10. It's okay. Well, there you go, folks. The Type 68. Normal tier 9 should be okay to work with. Should be, compared to stuff like this. Where the hell's that piece of crap? Where is that piece of crap? I've been playing this thing. This thing is a nightmare. It's a stock turret, but with a cupola that's super weak. If you upgrade the turret into this turret, it's still 2 of them. So, oh god, this is not a fun vehicle to play with. Yeah, there's still 2 cupola on top, even though it's thicker baseline. There's still lots of weak spot on this thing, and you have to grind the guns. You have to play with a 90mm. Oh my god. If the stock grind on the Type 68 is similar to this vehicle, I will freaking just free XP the hell out of it. Oh my god, it's practically the same. You have to play with the stock 90. But at least the gold shell on this gun is not bad. You can fire all the gold shell with a 90mm. For this vehicle, the base pin or the gold shell pin is only 240 something. It's 246. So stock gun training into the researching of the second gun is going to be a nightmare. But then again, you have better turret front than this thing, so there are a few trade-offs. But god damn, this vehicle sucks. This is like the worst tier 9 heavy tank I ever played. God, it's so terrible. Oh, there we go, folks. The Type 68 turned into a freaking rant about the M60, but oh well. So as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
그 싹은